Hi, my name is Wiley Sung. I'm an online client of British Strength Radio Magazine's Alexander Clark, and today I'll be taking you through how I self-wrap using the crisscross method. A couple of things you need: lifting strap, a bit of chalk, your wraps obviously, which I'm using Titan Gold's 2.5 meter wraps. I've got one of them pre-rolled already, so it's just getting weighed down by a bumper plate. Let's start things off with lightly dusted my kneecaps with a bit of chalk, so that when I do start wrapping, it's just going to be easier to grip onto, so it's just not going to fall off. So I'll start getting my wrap out. Important thing to remember is to dig your heel, so drag it into the floor, have your toes pointed up. That lengthens out your calf, keeps your kneecap in line, quads flex. So it's a bit like when you're on the top of a leg extension, really. Personal preference though, I prefer to use like a bumper plate or a plate to do it onto, because if I put a bit of weight on, or let's just say I have my belt already here loosely just to sort of set up before I start wrapping, it's going to be hard for me to get to. So I personally prefer my foot elevated before I start. So, and I'll use the part where the barbell goes into and just drag my heel in there so it's locked in place. I want to start is one just below the patella and kneecap. Gonna work your way up with 3 crosses, and then just the one to finish off over the top. You don't want it to be too wide, long though, your wrap. So no point going too low because that can cause cramping in the calf. No point going too high up here because it's just a total waste of a wrap. So I prefer to wrap outwards as well. So we start off with going under. Okay, so one under the kneecap, nice and easy, anchor that one down, start making your way up, and down, one cross down, second one in, one. Here we go. I could probably still get a couple more revs out of there, but I'm just going to leave it at that. Lift the strap in, bottom, on the top, and then just feed it through the lifting strap, the bottom there, and just lift up that last bit at the bottom, pull it through, but not fully through. Leave it there. I'll tell you why later. Just pull the lifting strap out. One at the bottom, 3 crosses, and roll over the top. I'll do the same with the other leg. Put a bit of chalk on it, just have it grip a bit more. Okay, so this one's not been sat under the weight, so it's not going to be as, it's going to have a lot more flex to it. So what I'll do is I'll be cranking this wrap up a lot more than the last one. Starting again, one under the kneecap. Anchor that one down. One up. Coming down again. 2. Finish off the third. It's a third cross. Lift the strap out again. Corner. Pull it, but not all the way through. Lift the strap out. So that's me wrapped up. Crisscross method. One on the bottom, 3 X's up, one at the top to finish. And so I've left it out. You see that I've left out this bit, these bits here, the top of the wrap. Reason being is just so it's just easier. I'll show you now. For me to just grab it, and I'm out. The last thing I want to be doing is to be spending too much time in my wraps. It's fatiguing. It's very tiring. It's tiring just having a self wrap anyway. And you've got to squat, and then the last thing you want to be doing is getting out of them, struggling to get out of them, and you and your training partners are spending like 30 seconds plus to try and get yourselves out. But I prefer to self-wrap, and I get used to it, so that when it comes to competing, that's one less thing I don't have to worry about, because I'll have my training partner Nat, or I'll have Alex, my coach, to actually wrap me themselves. So when they do wrap me though, the difference would be that you saw that extra revolutions. So what would happen is, instead of doing that final one at the top, so one at the bottom, 3 crosses up, and instead of doing that another one at the top, it would just be a big cross again over the kneecap, and that'll just finish it off there. Obviously with them two there, even when I'm getting wrapped by someone else, they can crank it a lot harder than I can. They can get extra revolutions out, whereas for me, and also they'll help me get out of them. When I'm training, I don't have the luxury of always having someone there, so I don't want to rely on having someone there to get me in and out of my wraps. But that's how I wrap the crisscross method in a pair of Titan Gold 2.5 meter wraps. Over and out.